I'm Brian Herson. I'm a barber and I'm the proprietor of the Night Owl Barber Shop. I grew up in Dublin and I found this shop called the Waldorf. That's like a museum. It first opened in the original one in 1929, and then where it currently is in 1946. And I used to hate going to get my hair cut when I was younger in salons and, terrible barbershops. And then I found a real barbershop and I just loved the experience. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is the place. We're doing a beard trim shave service, one of the 3 services that we offer at the Night Owl. One is a haircut, one is a full face shave, and this is the beard trim service. And it feels great, because if you're a guy, it's a real treat to just lean back and be horizontal halfway through your day. It's a treat. I've been very fortunate with taking over a very old shop on Lakeshore Boulevard West beside the Humber campus, which dates to 1947. I took that over and restored it and kept it going. Sometimes people say, well, why do you do it this way? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And it's like, it's not just my way or a concept. It's just I'm doing it the way it was always done. I often say around the shop, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, just use the old wheel. The old wheel was just fine. My first interest is in history. I liked old stuff. And I had collected a lot of old stuff, and that's what you'll find in the walls of the Long Branch shop. Just a lot of my own stuff that I wanted to put somewhere. The shoe shine bench from the 1870s is what we used to shine shoes. The barber chairs from the 1940s are what we used to shave faces and cut hair. Barber pole advertises our business. It's 100 years old. The neon clock is from 1948 and it tells the time. We use it multiple times throughout each service. So everything is fit for purpose. That's my rule. Nothing is just for show. It's just there's a real tradition and a ritual to it. It's not just a new kind of a thing or like a retro kind of a vibe or concept. It's just, I'm just trying to stick to the roots of the tradition. I like cool stuff. I like old stuff. I have a couple of old cars that I drive around summertime. 95% of what I wear is like secondhand clothes that I thrift, so that's what I'm into, My undergraduate is in business and French from Trinity College. And then I said, fuck that, I'm gonna be a barber. Never looked back. And I've gotten to know everybody through being a barber. It's incredible. And Toronto is home for me now. I love this city. Absolutely love it. I love the people. I love the city. And then I just said, you know what, if I'm gonna do this now or never. And that was 5 or 6 years ago. And I didn't know a soul in this city. I didn't know anybody. I just moved here, put a pin on a map. I've never been to Toronto. So in sociology, or there's a concept of like the third space. Basically like the home is the first place, the workspace is the second space. And then a third space is like a church or a bar or a barbershop. Everyone's on the same level, and there's like it's a good place to kind of just see your fellow man and exchange pleasantries and conversation, and it's good. The way I'm cutting hair, like even the clippers that I used here for Aaron's haircut is Osterpaginic from 1948. Actually, that set I have. I like to use older clippers. But even the techniques that I use are like the way a haircut would have been done in the 40s or 50s. I love teaching. It forces me to kind of slow down what I do. So I take on people who are interesting and passionate, and I teach them from scratch. I run them through an apprenticeship program. So I don't actually employ barbers or have a staff or anything like that, or employees. Everyone is, I find people through people coming into the shop who want to change up their lives, and like Andy from Refinery, who was there before. Jill was teaching me yoga. It's just there's a couple of guys that were working in construction sites or running kitchens. I worked at the same chair where Frank Sinatra got a haircut in 1986. Jeff Bridges signed a book in the original shop. You can see the insignia there. The thing about a barbershop is that there's a lot of old expressions. One is like for vagabonds, ruffians, and gentlemen, and everyone's treated the same, you know. I just love barbering more than ever, actually.